Welcome! In this video, the artificial intelligence of Xcn'S is out. What can the price do? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and please watch to the end to understand.
First, let's analyze Xcn.
The descending trend structure observed on the chart is extremely critical from a technical analysis standpoint and is a formation that should be closely monitored. A descending trend indicates that the price continues to make lower highs and lower lows over time, moving within a downward channel. In such trends, investor sentiment is generally negative. Every attempt at a price increase remains below the previous high, indicating continued selling pressure. The descending trend line is typically drawn by connecting these lower highs, forming a sloped resistance line. A breakout above this line may signal a potential trend reversal. Whenever the price approaches this descending trend line, it often encounters resistance, resulting in renewed downward pressure. However, when this pressure begins to wane, buyers regain strength and sellers lose momentum, a test of the trend line may occur. This test can lead to a possible breakout. When a descending trend line is broken, there is a significant shift in market dynamics as the breakout signals that sellers are starting to lose control and buyers are regaining dominance. This often triggers an upward movement and serves as a strong indication that the market direction may be changing. In particular, the breakout of a long-standing descending trend can generate strong demand as trapped investors who have been incurring losses rush to close their short positions. This can lead to sharp and rapid price increases. In technical analysis, such breakouts are typically assessed along with volume. If the price breaks the descending trend line with strong volume, the breakout is considered more reliable and many investors may view it as a buying opportunity. Breakouts without volume carry the risk of being a fake breakout, so caution is advised. It's also common for the price to return to the broken trend line after a breakout to test it. This return is called a pullback or retest. If the price finds support at this level and begins to move upward again, it confirms the breakout. From this point, further upward movement is expected. In this scenario, investors can manage their risk more effectively when opening positions, as the pullback allows for placing stop-loss levels more logically. This can reduce the risk of loss and increase the potential for gain. Another key element to monitor after a descending trend line is broken is target levels. In technical analysis, breakout targets are often determined by measuring the depth of a formation or referencing previous resistance levels. For example, if there is an inverse head and shoulders pattern forming during the downtrend and the descending trend is broken in conjunction with it, the target after the neckline is broken could be equal to the depth of the head. Likewise, descending trend breakouts that occur with formations like the cup and handle or flag pattern can be analyzed more reliably when considered alongside the targets of these structures. This breakout process also alters investor behavior. In an asset that has been declining for a long time, investors are usually cautious. However, once the descending trend is broken, retail investors, followed by institutional players, begin to take positions. This increases volume and strengthens the trend. As new buyers enter the market and lift the price, previous investors begin to regain confidence. This environment of confidence pushes the price even higher. Therefore, descending trend breakouts are turning points, not only from a technical standpoint, but also in terms of investor psychology. That said, a price breakout does not guarantee that the price will continue rising. Investors should not rely solely on trend lines. They must also consider support, resistance structures, volume, technical indicators, and overall market sentiment. Particularly if the price returns to previous levels after a breakout, it may be a false breakout which poses a risk to investors. That's why it's important to conduct careful analysis and, if possible, act when multiple signals align. In conclusion, the breakout of a descending trend is considered a signal for a potential uptrend in technical analysis. This breakout indicates that market direction is shifting, buyers are regaining strength, and the downtrend may be ending. However, to determine whether the breakout is genuine and strong, it's essential to look beyond price movement and also assess trading volume, technical indicators, formation structures, and other technical signals. If all these elements are in alignment, the breakout of a descending trend line can be evaluated as a strong buy signal, and the likelihood of continued upward momentum is high. Such structures provide a valuable reference point for both short-term and long-term investment decisions, and offer meaningful opportunities for investors. But we can't rely solely on trend lines for analysis, so let's take a look at other metrics as well. Stay tuned.
The ascending channel structure observed on the chart is one of the most significant bullish formations in technical analysis, often highly valued by investors. This channel structure indicates that price movements are progressing in a specific trend direction, and that this trend is framed by support and resistance lines. Ascending channels are generally seen as signs of a healthy uptrend. Looking at the current price action, we are in a retest phase of the channel's midline. This means that the price is retesting a level it previously broke through or reached, confirming it as a new support level. If this retest is successful, it is highly likely that the price will move toward the upper region of the channel, presenting a potential bullish opportunity for investors. In ascending channel formations, 3 key levels are typically considered: the lower band, the midline, and the upper band. The lower band generally acts as support, with price expected to bounce upward if it reaches this level. The upper band acts as resistance, and price reaching this area often encounters selling pressure. The midline, which can act as both support and resistance, serves as an important reference point for gauging the trend's strength and balance. In the current scenario, the price testing the midline signals that this level may serve as a strong support. If the price holds here, investors may assume that the uptrend will continue and increase their long positions. One of the biggest advantages of such structures is that they provide investors with a clear framework regarding the trend direction and potential targets. As long as the price continues to move upward within the channel, each correction is considered part of the process that sets the stage for the next rally. In this context, the current retest of the midline may signify that the price is regaining strength and preparing for the next upward move. Price action that holds above the midline and is supported by strong buying volume is a sign of a healthy move toward the upper band. Successfully testing the midline in ascending channels is not only technically significant, but also psychologically meaningful. Such a setup shows that the market is confident in upward movements, that corrections remain limited, and that buyers are strong. If the price tests and stabilizes at the midline, it boosts optimism among traders, and subsequent upward moves tend to have more momentum. Especially if there is an increase in volume during this test, it indicates buyer participation and supports the idea of a continued rally. In channel formations, particularly ascending ones, the buy the dip strategy is commonly used. According to this strategy, investors buy when the price pulls back within the channel, especially near the midline or lower band. In the current situation, the price pulling back to the midline may be perceived as a dip by many investors, and strong buying from this level could be enough to push the price toward the upper boundary of the channel. From a technical perspective, these formations can guide not only short-term but also medium and long-term investment decisions. When evaluating the price movement within the channel, supporting indicators such as moving averages, volume data, and momentum indicators should also be considered. However, the price simply remaining within the channel and holding at the midline is already viewed as a highly positive signal. These retest phases are also tests of trend strength. If the price passes this test and doesn't fall below the midline, the groundwork for the continuation of the uptrend is laid. In ascending channels, targets are usually set toward the upper band. If the price resumes its upward movement after testing the midline, it becomes technically possible for it to reach the channel's upper boundary. In this context, it becomes easier for investors to calculate potential risk-reward ratios. Holding at the midline allows for stop-loss levels to be placed just below it, helping investors open more controlled and calculated positions. Moreover, as long as the channel structure remains intact, every correction is interpreted as part of the uptrend. Especially strong formations like ascending channels provide significant signals to investors regarding market direction. If the current retest of the midline completes and the price begins to move upward from this level, the next likely target would be the upper band. This confirms that the structure is intact and that the trend remains bullish. For some investors, reaching the upper band may signal a take-profit point. However, those employing more aggressive strategies might wait for the price to break outside the channel and start a new bullish wave with an upper band breakout. In such cases, the channel's resistance is broken and the price may establish a new ascending channel structure offering greater potential. Still, since the upper band is technically a resistance area, many investors may consider taking profits here, potentially leading to short-term selling pressure. In conclusion, the ascending channel structure is a reliable and frequently used pattern in technical analysis, and continued price movement within this channel is seen as a positive development for investors. The retest of the midline is a critical test both technically and psychologically, and if passed successfully, it is highly likely that the price will advance toward the upper band. For investors who follow the core principles of technical analysis, this structure provides strong signals that the uptrend will continue. The current price position indicates that buyers are still in control and that the likelihood of continued upward movement remains high. Therefore, the structure within the channel and the behavior at the midline will be among the most critical indicators of the price's future direction. The ability of the Xcn chain project's AI-powered system to allow users to automatically check their balances, perform swap transactions with a single click, and ask any question through the chat section is not only a major enhancement of user experience, but also a highly strategic and forward-thinking move that can positively impact both on-chain transaction volume and overall platform adoption. Innovations like these are expected to have positive effects on the price in both the short and long term, as one of the fundamental pillars of a crypto project's success lies in the convenience it offers to users and how well those conveniences are adopted and integrated into daily life by a broad user base. The most notable feature of this AI-powered system is its ability to automate balance checking. This allows users to view their balances easily without having to manually enter wallet addresses or go through lengthy steps. This not only saves time, but also provides great comfort for users who are unfamiliar with blockchain technologies. People often shy away from technical processes. However, a system designed with such simplicity can attract even new investors or those previously uninterested in crypto. As the number of users grows, the transaction volume on-chain increases, which directly impacts token circulation and supply-demand dynamics. Secondly, the ability to perform swaps with a single click may not be a groundbreaking innovation in the blockchain world, but integrating this feature into an AI-powered system makes the entire process more intuitive, faster, and more secure. Swap transactions can be complex, especially for users new to decentralized exchanges. Having to choose the correct network, input token contract addresses, adjust slippage, and manage gas fees can be overwhelming and lead to user errors. However, this new system allows users to bypass all these complexities and complete transactions with just a few clicks. The guidance provided by the AI contributes to better decision-making and enhances user safety. The ability to ask questions directly through a chat feature also indicates that the system has automated the user support dimension. Users no longer have to wait hours to reach a support agent or search through forums for answers. Instead, they can directly ask the AI-powered assistant and receive quick, accurate responses. This is a crucial feature that greatly boosts user satisfaction and increases user interaction with the system. Additionally, such chat systems can evolve over time through machine learning, becoming more accurate and comprehensive in their responses, supporting the sustainability of the project. The potential positive effects of all these developments on the price should be evaluated from a long-term perspective. One of the biggest factors affecting price movements in the crypto market is how strong the real-world use cases of a given asset are. If a token or coin offers a practical solution that is actively used by its users, this builds trust in the asset. As trust increases, so does demand, which naturally drives the price upward. AI integration also demonstrates how well prepared the project is for the future. In a time when global efforts are being made to bridge Web 3 and Web 2, the ability to integrate Web 2 technologies like artificial intelligence with Web 3 systems is a hallmark of visionary projects. A move like this by a project like Chain can appeal not only to current users, but also to investors, developers, and even potential business partners. For instance, a developer could use this infrastructure's open APIs to create their own application, or an exchange platform could integrate this system into its interface. All these scenarios contribute to the growth of the ecosystem and increase demand for the token. The system's scalability may be one of its most important aspects. While it currently offers wallet balance display, swap transactions, and chat support, it could in the future integrate more advanced features, such as personalized portfolio suggestions, arbitrage opportunities, staking yield simulations, market analyses, and even NFT operations. This would mean that Chain is evolving not just into a blockchain network, but also an AI-powered crypto lifestyle assistant. Such a structure makes the project unique and lays a strong foundation for supporting the token's price. These user-centric developments will inevitably increase the project's media visibility as well. As people share the conveniences offered by this AI system in tech news, social media, and crypto communities, interest in Xcn will grow exponentially. As the community grows, the investor base expands, and this chain reaction revives the project's token economy. Given the impact media has on prices in the crypto markets, the social influence of these innovations is significant. In conclusion, Chain Xcn's new AI-powered system is not just a technological innovation, it also marks the beginning of a multi-dimensional strategy that can positively affect the entire ecosystem.
These kinds of systems increase user loyalty, expand the community, boost transaction volume, and strengthen trust in the project. All of these are not indirect, but direct contributors to the token's price. If Xcn continues to develop this system, especially by adding multi-chain support, third-party wallet integration, and AI-based investment analysis, it could strongly support price growth in the long term. Because real value is not created by speculation alone, it is created through the utility provided to users and the ability to offer solutions within the ecosystem. With this move, the chain project has clearly positioned itself on a path of user-focused, innovative, and tech-driven growth.
Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.